Now, Friday Night Football, presented by Monteith's Best One Tire and Auto Care.
Here we go again. Week 3 of Friday Night Football in the books. I'm Alex Wilcox.
And I'm Mark Skoll Jr. We've got 8 area games to get to tonight, but we start with one of the best rivalries in all of high school football, the Holy War.
Absolutely. The Holy War, the best rivalry of the year. Let's go straight into the highlights.
That's right. The St. Joe Indians taking on the Marion Knights in the Holy War, and what a game this one was. After a scoreless first half, the Indians threaten in the third quarter as John Driscoll gets the ball and he fumbles it, but his brother Patrick Driscoll falls on the football and the Indians take the 7-0 lead. That's some brotherly love right there. Everyone's favorite walk-on Rudy likes what he sees, but Marion answers with a punch in from the 1-yard line from senior John Brack, and the Knights are now an extra point away from tying this ball game up. But the Knights holder can't get a grasp on the snap, and St. Joe recovers the football. But more importantly, they hold on to that 1-point lead. And with less than a minute to go, the Knights have the ball back for a possible touchdown-winning drive, but Indians senior Noah Hickey intercepts this pass from Mitchell Nagy to seal the deal. St. Joe wins its first Holy War in 4 years, 7-6, and improves to 3-0 on the season.
It feels great. It's about time. Geez, it's 4 years now. It feels great to get the win over them.
There's not really words to describe all the feelings and emotions right now. This is something we've worked for the past 4 years and our whole lives for most of these guys. And we did it for the senior class last year and for us too and for the whole community.
Well, it was an exciting game all the way to the end, 1-point game. It's, what we expect between Marion and St. Joe. I'm really, really excited for our seniors, really excited for our team. They've worked really hard and, it's great to see them happy.
And the best part of that win for St. Joe was Josh Crudup, the Indians football player who was wheeled off on a stretcher last week, was in the press box watching the game.
That's awesome. Very great to hear. Just seeing Crudup there, of course, could be the biggest win of them all for St. Joe. Adams, meanwhile, coming off their big upset over Lowell last week on the road against Riley. We're tied at 6 midway through the first. Ira Armstead rolling out, fires over the middle to Jaden Miller. Miller with a head of steam, and he plows into the end zone to give the Eagles the lead 13-7. It's now 20-6 a few minutes later. 4th and 13. Senator Brown going deep down the sideline into the outstretched hands of Jalen Jennings, who takes it all the way 70 yards to the house, and the Wildcats cut into the deficit 20-12. But Adams answers right back. Armstead slings it to Miguel Zinowitz. He's breaking ankles left and right, and he's in for 6. That's his second touchdown of the night. Adams rolls in this one. They get their second win of the season.
Now John Glenn looking for their first win of the year hosting Bremen. Second half, Lions already up 35-7, and they give it to the big Nathan Mullen. Mullen gets to the second level and just runs through tackles. No one could bring him down. Another Bremen score extends their lead 42-7. Now the Falcons trying to get anything going. They try the option, but the pitch bounces off the helmet and then right into the arms of Justin Zumbrun, and he takes it the other way. Lions dominate Glenn 49-14.
Penn hoping to start the season 3-0. Brother Rice making the long trip down from Detroit. Kingsman trailed 7-0 at the half. We go to the third quarter. Greg Piscopink looking for Patrick Balo, but Johnny Ho is having none of that, knocks that one away. Later in the drive, Warriors facing 4th down inside the red zone. They go for it, and it pays off. Piscopink to Colin Gardner for the first down. Brother Rice hoping to end the drive with some points. Piscopink rolling out, throws across the field to a wide-open Casimir Johnson for the touchdown. Warriors extend their lead 13-0. They hand Penn their first loss of the season, 13-7. Elsewhere in the NIC, Mishawaka leads 17-13 over Chicago Maris. This one's just in the second quarter because there have been some lengthy rain delays in that one in Chicago. And New Prairie falls 44-28 against Andrean.
Elkhart Central loses to Monroe up in Michigan 19-16, and Jimtown drops their game against Angola 31-14. And Northwood's faithful decked out in beachwear, and they are more than ready to see the Panthers take down Concord. First quarter, Northwood looks to take the lead with the field goal, but it's a fake. Kyle Sellers looks to make his way into the end zone, but falls 1 yard short. Concord marches down the field, and this time they kick a field goal. No tricks involved here, and Ariel De La Paz gets the Minutemen on the board. It's 3-0 Concord. Later on in the first, Northwood's QB, Bronson Yoder, keeps it here, shakes off a couple of tacklers, and crosses the goal line for the touchdown. That gives the Panthers a 6-3 lead, and Northwood improves to 3-0 on the season as they go on to win this one 29-20.
South Bend St. Joe was the winner of this week's Friday Night Football Pep Rally, and your school has a chance to win a Pep Rally this season.
That's right. 16 Morning News will be at another school next week, and here are the matchups for next Friday. Benton Harbor hosting Elkhart Central, Coloma hosting Buchanan, and Bremen hosting Triton. You can cast your vote right now on our website.
Right now, let's see if we can get the totals up for you. Bremen is in the lead with 51% of the vote, followed by Coloma with 43%, and Benton Harbor is in a distant third with 6% of the vote.
But there's plenty of time for all that to change. You can vote for your school now until midnight on Monday morning, and we'll announce that winner that morning on 16 Morning News.
Well, we're just halfway through this edition of Friday Night Football.
When we return, we've got more NLC action, including Bart Curtis going for history in just his third game at Warsaw.
Now, back to Friday Night Football.
Welcome back to this edition of Friday Night Football, Week 3 in Indiana, and we've got 3 more games to show you.
All 3 are NLC conference game, and it's not even September yet, but already the season is heating up.
It sure is. We pick up the game at halftime. Elkhart Memorial taking on Goshen. Memorial has a lot to cheer about. They're up 21-10, but Goshen closes the gap here. Wesley Van Hooser finds Davion Sanford, who makes the spinning catch for the touchdown. Goshen cuts into the deficit 21-17. But the Memorial faithful believe they will score sooner or later, and hey, they were right. It's junior running back Ivan Soon hits the outside, scores from 20 yards out. Elkhart up 28-17. Soon does it again, this time from 2 yards out. That makes it 35-17. Memorial gets their first win of the season, 49-24 over Goshen.
Wawasee hosting Northridge as they battled it out in Week 3. Raiders up 3-0 in the first. Quarterback Julius Graber showing off the wheels, scampers into the end zone for the 30-yard touchdown run. Northridge takes the 10-0 lead. Wawasee looking to respond. Quarterback Evan Eschbach throws to Dylan Helper-Fink on a sweet grab for a 10-yard gain. But the Warriors couldn't contain the Raiders' quick feet. Graber once again running it to give Northridge a 17-point lead in this second quarter. The Raiders taking home the victory 27-6.
To the rock pile we go. 99th meeting between Warsaw and Plymouth. We're scoreless in the first quarter. Warsaw deep in their own territory. Tristan Sims comes flying off the edge, drills the quarterback, and the ball pops free. It's picked up by Ezra Winkle. He takes it to the house. The scoop and score gives the Rockies the early 7-0 lead. End of the first, Tigers looking to get on the board. Harrison Mevis from 35 yards out knocks it through. And Warsaw cuts into Plymouth's lead 7-3. This one actually went into overtime. Plymouth knocks off the Tigers 32-29 in OT. So for Warsaw, that is their first loss under head coach Bart Curtis.
And we had one local game north of the state line. Marion Springs shut out Coloma 42-0.